It's a dastardly act. It's condemnation all around the world. What can you say when you see the face of the person who is alleged to have committed the crime? I think you see the face of evil. 49 innocent people killed senselessly while they are in a place of prayer, in a mosque. Others injured, women and children being shot in cold blood simply because they were in a mosque. I've talked several times about Islamophobia. People are going to ask, what are you going to do about it? Right? Now there are these shootings. Leaders come out and condemn. We step up security. But beyond that, what are societies going to do to stop this, or at least reduce and minimize this? If you think in terms of right-wing hate ideology, you've had incidents, and a very bad incident in Norway. You've had the Pittsburgh shooting, and now you have this, and several more around the world. I think this is where societies have to face squarely the reality that Islamophobia is rising. I've spoken about it for several years now. Just as we, come down hard on terrorists who say that they attack on behalf of Islam, you got to come down hard equally on Islamophobic people, and also you got to deal with the ideology. It's not just dealing with specific incidents. You got to deal with the ideology. For that, you got to start by acknowledging that it is there. When you do not acknowledge it, the problem just grows. Really, the question is the dividing line. Where do you draw the boundaries of free speech, and how do you separate it from hate speech? In many societies, the two are mixed. We try and draw a line, and a fairly strict line, whether it's in the form of entertainment, or whether it is preaching, or whether it is an ordinary speech between, that goes on in day-to-day life. We try and draw a line. Anything that interferes or attacks other people's religion, race. For example, the statement by Senator Anning in Australia. A worse statement by a politician is difficult to imagine hours after 49 people have been killed. Attacking Islam, attacking the Prophet, saying that it's a savage religion. If we had been in Singapore, this would never have been allowed. That when you allow a culture of attacking other religions, attacking other races, over time it spreads as hate speech as well, because you can't then cut that out. And that then allows a culture of permissiveness, of a way of thinking of other religions and races in a way that creates a greater divide, and it then also creates a more permissive environment for violence.
So, Mr. Shanmugam, in light of the terror attacks in New Zealand, will we be stepping up security checks in religious sites in Singapore?
We are on higher alert. I don't want to go to specific things. In Singapore, there is a stricter gun control. So, this gunman seems to have had a lot of weapons in his possession. We are in a different situation. We have had very strict gun control laws. So one side, strict laws on hate speech, on speech that runs down other religions. On the other side, strict gun control laws. So we will have the security that we think is necessary for Singapore. Yeah. I would also say, there is a sickening video. The attacker seems to have live streamed his attack. So one really asks, there are two parts to it. How quickly that spread, the video spread all around the world. Secondly, I think it's being acknowledged in international media that while articles that glorify violence in the name of Islam are now, the social media platforms are beginning to take that down faster. Nevertheless, the right-wing hate ideology, Islamophobic ideology, that is not being taken down. They are not doing a good enough job in taking that down. Because again, it clashes with their ideology of free speech. So that, the spread of the videos, these are all issues that I think societies, not just Singapore, will have to deal with. We have to see what works for us. I would urge people who have come across the video to really not spread it and to delete it, because you are giving the gunmen and the right-wing ideologists exactly what they want by spreading it. Please delete it and don't spread it.